We are going through one of the most difficult times ever recorded in the history of mankind. Every country in the world is struggling to save its people. Heaps of corpses are piling up. People are afraid even to touch or cremate them. The entire human race has come together to wage a war against this dreaded, invisible enemy. This battle has seen countless warriors rising up to the occasion. The frontline soldiers, fighting up close, too close to the danger zone, are none other than our doctors, nurses, and sanitary workers. These frontline warriors are waging a battle day in and day out, trying to save us all, risking their own lives and also those of their family. For it is these doctors, nurses, paramedics who come in close proximity to the affected patients. If the patient even coughs or sneezes just once, they are exposed to millions of this deadly virus. In spite of such a grave danger, they work 8 to 12 hours a day and sometimes beyond that while treating hundreds of patients each day. In order to protect themselves, they wear the personal protective equipment PPE, which takes around half an hour to wear or to remove. Once in this armor, they work in 6-hour shifts. During this time, they cannot drink water, consume food, breathe outside air, or even attend nature's call. To prevent the spread of the virus, the air conditioning systems in hospitals are switched off. This adds to their misery, as they must work through the heat, sweat, and discomfort produced by the plastic suit, which can even hamper visibility. Communication becomes difficult in these suits, as one has to be very loud for the other person to hear, and even the words spoken cannot be clearly comprehended. After their stressful duty hours, they are extremely exhausted, with no time or energy left to even have a meal. In some hospitals, sanitary and healthcare workers are not turning up due to the fear of the virus. Shortage of trained manpower, along with an ever-increasing number of patients, has only compounded the difficulties for the medicos working tirelessly. Many of the people affected by coronavirus are not ready to get themselves tested, isolated, and treated. When insistently tested and taken to hospitals for proper treatment, they behave inhumanely by spitting on doctors, nurses, urinating in the wards, and even coming out naked in front of the sanitary workers. Even worse is the plight of the doctors who go out to the community for testing. They are attacked barbarically and are forced to flee for their lives. In many places, these medical professionals have been evicted from their rented houses and asked to leave by the owners. To ensure they do so, some landlords even cut their electricity and water supplies. A few doctors have even lost their lives fighting this deadly virus. And what a shame that some senseless people did not allow their bodies to be brought out for the final rites. The corpses of these doctors were left orphaned for hours and then returned to the mortuaries without a decent burial or cremation. The medical professionals engaged in this battle also struggle in their personal lives. They are unable to go home on time, and when they cannot get close to their loved ones for the fear of contaminating them too. They are constantly facing challenges and problems all around. Yet they strive relentlessly to perform their duties, safeguarding us all along. The least we can do for them today is to understand their efforts, appreciate their sacrifices, and save our lives. They are our only hope now. And soon we will be out of the clutches of this pandemic and rise again as a great nation that we have always been. India. Rotary Club of Coimbatore Metropolis salutes the Corona warriors